Hello again, everybody. Well, today on a cloudy and windy day, we're over here at what used to be known as the Fairyland Club. Before that, it was known as the famous Fairyland Inn, part of the Garnet Carter part. So we're going to take a look at what is left of Tom Thumb Golf, because this is part of Rock City's heritage. So let's go take a look and see what we can see. So here's how it broke down. In 1926 is when Tom Thumb Golf started, and while it is not the first miniature golf, the first miniature golf was actually called Thistledew, or Thistledew, out of North Carolina, I believe, but it was a private course, and you had to be a member. Tom Thumb Golf was the first commercial mini golf, and it was started in 1926, and Garnet and Frida owned, I don't know, 700 acres, somewhere thereabouts, from here all the way over to Rock City, which is way out beyond those rocks. And they wanted to create kind of a destination. And he basically invented it to keep his guests entertained. And he wanted to call it Tom Thumb to keep up with the whole, you know, Fairyland theme, the small thing. So there's also a story about that Garnet had tried to create a golf course and that it was not happening, so he wanted to do something minimal. And during the Great Depression, you were able to buy franchises of this. So we're actually going to see the original, and we're going to see the little bits that are left. So one of the neat things is, here's the main part of the inn. You can see that there are these really interesting rock formations all over the place. And these are what were used. Now, they did build up with concrete, and they did build up with felt, and they did have some grassy type materials. And, you know, you got to remember, this is the precursor to mini golf. And you can see where some of these rock formations would actually lend to a pretty interesting little layout. Now, the way that this works, would have worked is, this is more original parking. The golf course would have started up in this area, gone up that way, and what is now a road at the end of the property and neighbors' houses across the street is where the rest of it would have been. Now, we will go check that out here in a minute, but for now, we're just going to poke around and take a look at some of these little remnants and just imagine what kind of holes could have been around here. And during the course of this video, I'll actually show you some old pictures of some of the holes, and we will try to line them up. Now, unfortunately, too, it has been a while since the golf course has been here, and I have been told by several people that if you dig down underneath some of this grass, that you will actually run into some of the old pathways. But like I said, that's just one of those things. You can see where they added rocks into specific formations. You can see other things like a grill there to add to the entertainment, and more walls. So this is one of the more obvious ones. You can see that you would have putted up this slope, and the hole probably would have been over in here somewhere. Definitely Definitely an interesting idea. Now, independently of that, you can see the modern road that would not have been there, and then there are houses across the street. And while I am not going to trespass on their property, we'll get a closer look at, there's definitely a photo of this particular one. I'm just going to be looking at it from the wrong angle. We'll take a closer look at it here in a second. And there is one of the iconic holes now. Like I said, I am on the wrong side of it. But the holes would have gone under it and around it. And as you can see, this modern road comes right through where it would have been. You can see that there would have been a hole there too. We'll go check that out here in a minute. And all of it's just right up the hill. Now these folks added on to it, but like I said, it is a private property now. Hole in one. Now, I can't get this confirmed or not, but this green one may have been part of it. And it's right at the edge of this big rock. So if anybody knows, if anybody remembers playing it, please let me know in the comments below. So one of the neatest pieces that are left is in this little niche, and I would not recommend doing what I'm getting ready to do, which is to climb up here. But if you look, yeah, there was a gnome sitting right there. There was also a gnome up in there, and then even more gnome footprints right there. So there's probably one there too, but it's a little too slippery to jump up on. So, you know, I mean, this would have been 3 or 4 gnomes just staring at you while you were playing Tom. Now all those little buildings and houses off to the side are actually private little homes. They would have been part of the inn back in the day, but they've gradually drifted over. Well, anyway, that is all that's left. Hope you enjoyed my little video. All that's left of this is pictures and memories. Anyway, I'm off to go on some more journeys. Until then, why don't you go on a journey of your own? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.